And I got no interest in justifying those three things to you if you don't believe that we bring value to them. We maintain responsibility for the closing costs associated with the A to B leg.
Yep.
Which is roughly $500 for us. And then the B2C leg, we always explain to the end buyer, the cash buyer, if we're doing this particular exit strategy, that they're responsible for those closing costs. So overall, a downside to double closing is you have to pay for the first closing, which is an additional $500 in costs. The side is, I've always believed since day one staunchly that the amount of profit I'm making is my business and my business alone.
Yep.
So keeping that information private to me, I think is fully my right, and it's no one's business but my own. So that's the upside of the double closing. I think a general rule of thumb for a beginning investor would be, if it's south of 10K, assign. If it's north of 10K, double close.
Okay.
And that just gives you kind of a good rule of thumb. Now, there are counterpoints to this. I have hundreds of friends that are real estate agents in my market, and they have differing opinions on this. They believe that all private should be public knowledge, and I don't believe that. So there are lots of dissenting opinions, and I want to acknowledge that, and that's perfectly okay. Everyone can have their own opinion on ways that things can be done. I either like just hitting them with it right in the face, or double closing and not worrying about it. I think those are the best ways to go about it. When we start getting into the conversation of justifying what we do and how much money we make, you got to keep in mind, like, we do a lot of business with real estate agents. They may not understand the cost associated with marketing. For instance, our firm spent $170,000 on marketing last year. They might not understand the value of sales training and having a sales process and executing that day in and day out and training your sales team on that. And they might not understand the value of negotiation. Okay. The marketing, sales, and negotiation are extremely important in this business. That ultimately is the core of the business, because the product just so happens to be homes. And I have no interest in trying to justify the costs associated with those and explain the value that we bring to the table. Listen, if we didn't bring value to the table, we would not have bought 64 homes last year. We bring massive value for sellers, for cash buyers and investors, for real estate agents. We bring massive amounts of value to the table. And I got no interest in justifying those three things to you if you don't believe that we bring value to them.